What's up, everybody? Welcome back to History 201. I'm still Professor Lancaster. Hope you survived your first day. That's always a tough one. So, hope you enjoyed the first video too, kind of get you started with things. But I'm going to start breaking down the class for you this week in little short videos. This first one here, obviously, is just on the syllabus. So I kind of want to bring you through some stuff. You can read through it on your own. It's located on the Start Here portion on the left side of your screen. Go through that on your own, but sort of some highlights I want to give you. For one, you can go through the course objectives yourself, but looking at the disclaimer, it's an important aspect of this class, and I'm proud of it, is the views expressed in the reading assignments and video lectures do not necessarily reflect the views of the instructor or the school. History is not monolithic. It is told through countless eyes with countless opinions. And that rings true, especially today. We live in the era of false or fake news and dubious sources for our information in the information age. We're going to read a lot of stuff in this class. And we're going to read things in this class or watch movies of people that we maybe don't like and we think are wrong. And we're going to have to see if we can give in to our basal needs to reject instantly something that we feel like we don't agree with and sort of hear out the other side. Each week there'll be sort of like a theme. This week is just introductory, and it'll tie on this week too. So I'll explain, what I'm looking for as far as each week of you to pull away from the theme. But for right now, you just need to know that lots of different opinions, a lot of different accounts. There's two people could be in the same room that have very different accounts of something that happened. And we need to review all those sources to see what we can pull out for the truth. So keep that in mind. You might read something you don't like, and sorry, but you're in college and you're going to read and have to do things you don't want to do. So just deal with it, I guess. So anyway, going through, we have our textbook is American Destiny, Narrative of a Nation, which you should have a copy of. You can find it in your local MCC bookstore. You also can find, a cheap version online for it too, honestly. You could probably get a couple versions back and save a couple bucks. I have listed in here supplemental readings. We have first Howard Zinn's A People's History of the United States, 1492 to the present, as well as Larry Schweikart and Michael Allen's A Patriot's History, not to be confused with A People's History of the United States, from Columbus's Great Discovery to the War on Terror. So with both these books, don't panic. You don't have to buy them. There are free PDF versions out there if you really want it. But what I've done is I've gone through, and in the past, I mentioned in the last video that I have everyone sort of just read the books along with me. That's a lot of reading, and I'm trying to dial that back. So what I've done is I've really edited down, little addendums from the reading, and I mean just to the nitty gritty of what I want you to read. A couple pages here and there versus 100 pages a week. So you're welcome. But also, if you do get a chance, not just in this class, but in life, it's good for you to kind of read these two. And you'll see next week the theme that we're talking about and why it's important that we read these both together and what we can pull out of it. So you can keep scrolling down to the grade breakdown. You'll see that 200 points are for quizzes. 160 points are worth for the online discussion board. 200 points for midterm. 240 points for the final project. 200 points for the final exam, which equals out to, and I'm not very good at math, but 1,000 points. So that kind of breaks down the entire class where you look at the grades there. You keep scrolling down. Participation. It's hard to do in an online class to measure participation, but I will be looking at how many times you log in every week and how long you're logged in for. And, it's important that, if you're someone that struggles with the concepts and the subject matter, and you're like, I'm having trouble, I need an extension on this paper, and I look and see, that you've logged in for maybe 5 minutes last week, It's not going to bode very well for you. So I'm willing to meet you in the middle, and I'm willing to help people out because that's what I'm here for. I don't want you to hate history. A lot of you sign up for a history class because honestly, you probably don't care for the subject. Now, some of you do. We've already talked, and I'm excited for you. But if you really don't, you're going to have to at least make an effort to participate. Okay, even though you're not technically being graded on it, it's something that's going to go a long way as far as I'm concerned. So if you have any questions about that, I can fill you in via email and whatnot. But I said the closest thing to participation will be our discussion boards. We'll get to in a second. Quizzes are important. They're going to be every couple of weeks. I will announce a quiz. It'll be based on the reading. It'll be based on the videos and the lectures, which will be basically more of the reading based off of the textbook that we have. So discussion posts next will be every week. You'll have a discussion question, and I will ask of you to answer it. And there'll be different ways of answering it. There'll be different links of answering. There'll be different tasks involved in it. So make sure you pay attention to that. If you are looking, you're one of those guys like I was in college, looking to the discussion board and waiting for a couple jabronis to write something down first and then, or text, or type it up, and, sort of piggyback off of what they're saying. No, you will not see anything until you do your initial post first, okay? And once you do your initial post, it will open up everyone else's, and I want you to respond to 2 people. So we can do a separate video on that if you need me to. I think it's pretty standard of what I'm looking for as far as discussion boards go. If you've had an online class, you kind of know what I'm talking about. Midterm final exam, I'll do a separate video on those as well, too. Just know that they'll be short essays. And they'll have varying links and various levels to it as far as how intense the questions are. The final project in here is a funsy one. One I'm very happy to have is a video project. So instead of doing a final exam, or a final, paper, that you have to write so many for. This one's got a little creativity to it, so you get to make a little video, and I'll do my own short video of how to do these short videos, which is pretty meta, in the following week as well too. So, and if you keep reading, you'll scroll down, you'll see everything that I want you to read about and watch. I'll provide links for you too, so you can get through the work as well. And that's pretty much it. You can read through the rest as far as, plagiarism goes, which I'll, be paying attention to. Please don't steal things that aren't yours and take credit. That's all, the MCC policy statements. You can go read through those on your own. So a little long-winded. Sorry about that, but I wanted to get through this entire video and kind of break it down. I'll do subsequent videos after this for this week, breaking down each of the different areas I'll be grading you in. So if you have any questions on that, just hold off. But if not, if you don't have any questions besides that, have a good week, and we will see you around.